welcome back to Groovy Eggs Farm. I am Jeff. Today is Tuesday. Another baby chick delivery successfully completed. This one is a little over an hour and to an undisclosed location. Right now I am driving through a national forest that doesn't even have lines on the road. But yeah, 30 white and true blue baby chicks from my duckwing feather color flock, and to a happy new home. They've already got some black copper marans, and they're gonna go down that olive acre route like I have. You know, it's fun meeting up with people who really are seeking my my baby chicks, because a lot of them are into the same thing that I am. They're trying to create groovy colored eggs, and so it's always nice to have a little chat and find out what they're doing and what their experiences are, and what breeds they're using, and so yeah, that's always a good thing. Yeah, yesterday's video was a doozy, huh? An hour long. It's uploading right now, so I haven't even released it yet. I don't know what the response is going to be. I'm sure I'm going to get a bunch of hate, and you just never know. That was a hard video to make on multiple levels, but it's nice to get it off my chest. It's nice to bring you all up to speed on the major things that are happening in my life, and I wanted to wait and talk about the disaster of the dogs until I had some type of resolution for it. So long story short, if you missed that hour-long video, I had dogs recently wipe out 3 of my flocks. They got 1 of my flocks last year, so they've wiped out 4 flocks. The neighbors' dogs, I caught them in the act. I followed them. I confronted the neighbors who own the dogs. They didn't care, and so yeah, that killed my income. It really killed my income. I don't make enough on YouTube. I'm not a big star or anything like that. So I'm forced into a decision where I've got to sell either the shed to house or my current house. And I've decided to sell my current house because I found a property of 6 acres back up close to my old place, close to the 41.36 Country Life Cure, Simple Life Reclaimed, Come On Homesteading, Drifting Dreamers 5, Possum Run Homestead. Yeah, so back up in that area, which yeah, I lived there for over 5 years. That was a great place. But so that's what I've decided to do, is sell my current place and buy that 6 acres, move my shed to house there, and start homesteading again. But the thing is, I could really use some help to make that happen, and to make that happen as soon as possible, so I can get back to growing my chicken breeding business. And yeah, that's a long story short. And so I haven't purchased it. It's owner financing, so I put down a deposit. I'll be making my first payment this week, and it is mine. The paperwork and all that is almost complete. There's still a few T's and I's to cross, but yeah, big dreams. It's always been my dream to get a bigger property where I can get more chickens, where I can rotationally graze my chickens, rotate them around onto fresh ground, and do other stuff. I can start homesteading again. I can start thinking about a garden, and homesteading and the business at the same time. I'm gonna have to grow the business enough to get a full-time employee, but once I've got an employee, then I can go to town on homesteading and even branching out into other revenue streams other than chickens. So this property is big enough. It's raw land, hasn't been developed, nothing on it. They just brought in county water, and there's electric that goes right in front of the property, so I've got water and electric right there ready to hook up to my shed to house once I get it over there. I've got to bulldoze several acres. I've got to bring in some gravel for a driveway and a pad for the shed to house. I have to move the shed to house. and I have to get the shed house hooked up to water and electricity, and I figure that's going to cost $6,000 to $7,000, which I don't have, and I won't have until I sell my current house. And then when I do sell my current house, I need that money to live on, because the neighbor's dogs just wiped out a good 80% of my income. And also, when I sell the house, I'm hoping to have enough to put a septic system in there, and then we'll go from there. I don't know how long it's going to take to sell my current house. I don't know what price it's going to sell for. So any help that I can get right now to make this happen quick, I'm going to make it happen quick. I'm going to take you along. You're going to watch some excitement as somebody gets to oh, here's a beautiful view coming up. Somebody gets to a new to them property and raw land.
Turn left onto US 59.
Yeah, I got 10 miles to go. Why are you reminding me? So yeah, that's my dream. I'm gonna make it happen one way or another. If I don't get any help and I have to wait until I sell my place to do this, that's gonna be yeah, it's gonna be tough. I might be living in a tent for a while with my chickens and cats. That would be no good. So yeah, that was a long story short, and it was still kind of long. All right, what else am I gonna? I don't know what the response to that video will be. I'm sure I always get people, you know, telling, you're always begging for help. You're always begging for help. Well, I've done it a few times, but I've got 1,200 videos, 6 years, and no, I'm not always doing that. My whole goal in life is to support myself and to secure my income for the future, and I think I have a track record of doing exactly that over the past 6 years. You know, I've done enough myself. I'm working hard every day to make enough to pay my bills, and all of the huge advancements that I've had it's come from the generosity of the YouTube community. And I will never be able to say thank you enough for all of the help that I've gotten. And it has gotten me to this point to where I've got a shed to house that I can put down on raw land and get going pretty fast. That shed to house allowed me to buy raw land, which didn't have a house on it, and that's a lot cheaper than buying land with a house on it. And then all the help that I have gotten on my current place increased the value in that. So I'm going to have equity, you know, way above what I owe on the place, so that I can put that into the homestead, and so that I can live off of that until my chicken breeding revenue gets back up to where it was before and where I wanted it this year. This year I'm just not going to make much money on chickens, and so this is almost the perfect time. GoPro overheated and turned off. I guess having it in the window in the sun, and it overheated. That's the first time this GoPro has done that to me. It does all kinds of other stuff, but it doesn't overheat on me. But yeah, what was I talking about? Who knows? I was talking about the same thing I talked about for an hour. I don't know what else I can tell you, but I am headed home. I've got to hit the bank, I'm gonna hit the post office, and I'm gonna hit the feed store, and then I'm gonna get home, have some lunch, and maybe have time for a nap. Could it be? It's only 1:35. I'm gonna have time for a nap today, and it is needed because yeah, these long drives, and I'm gonna have cruise control one of these days. I really am. Maybe this one can be fixed relatively easily. I have not had time to look into it yet. We will see. Some beautiful views. Some beautiful views around here. I want to give a shout out to Mike Dogman. You've all seen him on my channel, I'm sure. If by some chance you're not subscribed to Dogman, please go do so. He had a bad day yesterday. Yesterday was a bad day for Mike. We've all been there and had bad days like he had. But yeah, just support my friend, and he lost his dog Libby yesterday, and she was a character. I knew Libby. She was a character, all right. And sometimes the dog just gets to the point where it's not going to be good around humans, not trustworthy around people. And so that's always tough. I've never been in that position at all. I've had to put down cats because of sicknesses, but yeah, that's rough when it's a part of your family that you've spent years, I think 8 or 9 years, probably 9 years Dogman had her. So go check out his recent video and show him some love. And yeah, and yesterday was tax day, and that's always a bad day for everybody, because the 15th was on a Saturday this year, so your taxes weren't due until the 17th on Monday, and tax day is just, that's always a bad day. It's got bad omens on tax day. All right, don't get me started. I'm gonna shut up and admire these cows in a green field in front of the mountains, the Ouachita Mountains, and I'm gonna get home and we'll catch you later. But yeah, well, when I get home, I've got to finish setting up that video and putting it out there. I have no idea what the response will be. That will be interesting. I'll probably be napping. I'll probably put it out and then go take a nap right away.
Turn right onto Arkansas.
I know, in 10 miles. It remind me in 2 miles. I don't need a reminder in 10 miles. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I've got a, let me pull this out and show you. Uh-oh. Turn on. Remember these things? Now it's plugged into an MP3 player instead of a CD player, but yep. 90s, back to the 90s technology, the cassette tape adapter and into my MP3 or 3 player. So I'm old school up in here in this 99. All right, that's all I got. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all of everything over the years, and take it easy, everybody. Oh yeah, since I am trying to get some help getting moved to my dream property, I should probably do some self-promotion. I am not that great at self-promotion. I'm more of a let my actions speak kind of guy, but this time calls for it. So, you can help me out. Watch my videos and the ads. That's a big thing. Always a big boost. And next thing is I now have channel memberships. There's some special emojis and a community section for members, and I will be offering discounts on my merchandise to members. I got to figure out how to do that code. I'll try to get on that right away. Another thing you can help me out is I've got merchandise. Should be right underneath this video will be a link to my spring store, and yeah, you can help me out memberships and with merchandise. Another way you can help me out down in the links below is my Amazon affiliate link. I get a commission from all the sales. How else can you support me? I've got PayPal, CashApp, Venmo links down below, merchandise, Amazon link, and I guess that's about it. P.O. Box is down there too. I love me some mail. I'll be getting a new P.O. box once I get moved up to the Boonville area, but this one works for now. You can also send something to Drew's Lens to that mailbox. Yes, you can. So hit us up. All right, now I'm done with the self-promotion. Thank you so much for all of your support and all of your help.